to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will put toe to leather to crank us up. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Mustangs offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner goes down. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Hurricanes get it past the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carr. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Canes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
He's called down at the 35. Brings up second down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Defense not showing press coverage. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on its way to a first down. And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
The handoff to Johnson. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Mustangs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's a reverse. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback checking the play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to stay on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DB's right up on the receivers. He leaves it with his back. Keeps the legs moving. And he has brought down what a move he put on that first defender. The Mustangs are on the move. Wide out in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Hudson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Arroyo. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He turns that loose down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm.
He lets it fly. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Jennings. Just let him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running it to the right. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
3rd down play from the gun. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on...
He's looking deep. It's complete. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami.
Number 19.
This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
He's tackled at the 41. Third down coming up.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Lets it fly. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Twin receivers on both sides of the field. It's 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Canes! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
SMU 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, SMU, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wheaton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. He's moving out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some pot.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
That makes the score Miami 42, SMU 7.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to get to him. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carroll. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To throw, it's Jennings. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Wheaton. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out for.
He's loose. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
To the air, it's Jennings. Unloads it left. He's got it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a...
Going deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out fast. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Card in the backfield. It's Carr. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got it in the middle. It's Carr. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your back just gets bigger and bigger.
And some people handle it better than others. We've seen some teams melt late in the season, and we've seen other teams thrive on it and embrace it. So this team so far has embraced it, and everything they've shown me, Jesse, throughout the regular season says that they're going to continue to embrace it and continue to play well.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys. They've got the target on their backs right now. It's not sneaking up on anybody the way they might have done earlier in the year when we didn't quite know who they were or what they're about. Everybody right now in the entire country, all of college